Welcome in the ranking of areas soundtrack. Some are areas, some are not, some are something else. Starting with Enter Hallownest. It goes to the top. I truly love it. The only bad thing I can say about it is it doesn't appear in the game, but it's a deserved amazing spot. Next one is Dirtmouth. I'm not a fan of Dirtmouth to begin with. I got really tired over time, so I will put it here. I don't really like Dirtmouth. There was some time I was always placing Dreamgate in Dirtmouth. Overall it was a common practice. I think it still might be that some people place Dreamgate in Dirtmouth. I switched to King Station because it's a station I use the most. Next one, Forgotten Crossroads. For starting area soundtrack, I think it's really good. I like how soft it feels. It feels soft and refreshing. And I will put Forgotten Crossroads in pretty cool. Next one is Green Path. I think it's fine. It's not the favorite of mine. Reflection. I think rest soundtracks are some that people usually get tired the most of. At least my friend got really tired of Reflection and Repose, but did I really? I think I kind of did. In the past I would put Reflection on A+, I think, but I will put it at B above Green Path right now. I just get tired of it. Next one. Well, hello, masterpiece number 2, we got City of Tears. Beautiful soundtrack, gorgeous vocals. There's nothing more I have to say about it. Now we got Crystal Peak. I like those little strings playing in Crystal Peak. Those really feel like those are playing from crystals. It's so cool. I will put Crystal Peak at A+. It might be my big love to Crystal Peak as an area. Now we got Fungal Wastes. And I don't really like Fungal Wastes soundtrack. I really like how I changed it a bit for Sinner's Road for the video. I got to replay that part quite a few times when I was making that video. I still really like it, but original version of the soundtrack, I'm not a huge fan. I'm a bit traumatized when it comes to Fungal Ways. In my first playthrough I was dying there a lot from those explosive projectiles. Those made me truly miserable. I will put it even below Dirtmouth, because I think I already prefer Dirtmouth. Next one is Soul Sanctum, and I have some memories attached to Soul Sanctum. Back in 2019-ish, because it was when I was starting playing Don't Starve Together with one dude. It was after Forge Season 2, which was in 2018, or either way, it was 2018 or 2019 when I was playing with that dude, and we got a music bot on Discord, and we were choosing mostly organs driven soundtrack from Hollow Knight, like Soul Sanctum, The Grim Troop, Nightmare King. It makes me nostalgic about that time. I will put Soul Sanctum in A+ below City of Tears, because I'm just a sucker for a piano. Resting Grounds is another favorite of mine. I mean, like, it's a simple piano track, but such an effective one. I will put it in A+ below Crystal Peak. Next one is Queen's Gardens, and it's another one I really like a lot. And I will put it in A+ below Resting Grounds. I just think Resting Grounds is just better compared to Queen's Gardens. The White Lady is really soft and nice. I honestly wish it was playing in more places than just for her, but on the other hand, because it plays for her, it feels more special. I will put White Lady Below Crossroads. I think it's a really nice tune. Next one is another one I really like a lot. Why does Hollow Knight have such a gorgeous soundtrack? It's impossible to hate it. Next one is Kingdom's Edge, and I will put Kingdom's Edge in A+ above Queen's Gardens. Kingdom's Edge feels so mystic, it feels also refreshing. It's somewhat still beautiful, despite being the edge of the kingdom with Pale King's Ashes. Next one is Dream, and it's another one I don't really like. I usually just don't care about soundtracks that play in dreams, but this one I remember and I don't really like it. I will put it above Fungal Ways, below Dirtmouth. Next one is White Palace. White Palace is such a cool soundtrack, and I love White Palace as an area, a cool jumping challenge. Silksong has more smaller jumping challenges, because like there is Abyss Escape, there is Mount Fae, there is Border Caves, but those aren't quite as fun as White Palace. I think the closest thing we got to White Palace in terms of challenge could have been High Hall, but it's still really small, and I wish we got more like this in Silksong. We also got Cogwork Core, somewhat redeems, but still not as cool as White Palace. And I will put White Palace above Resting Grounds. It's a really genuine soundtrack. Next one I will take from the list is Sealed Vessel. I mean mainly the part that plays during Path of Pain, the violin. Because I in this video take only the violin part, so I'm not gonna put it in Amazing, because I really like the start of the soundtrack. I think it's genuinely good. And I will put Sealed Vessel here, below Queen's Gardens, because it's only the violin part that plays during Path of Pain and Birthplace Escape. And I think I got a bit... I think I prefer those area soundtracks which are above it. Next one is Hollow Knight, soundtrack from the main menu, and I will put it in pretty cool above White Lady. I like this soft piano which plays. I have a keyboard in my home and I kinda wanna learn how to play finally on it, but I have terrible sense of motivation in life and I'm terrible at prioritizing stuff. Next one is Dreamers, and I will put it above Dirtmouth, I think, in C. It feels a bit more grand than regular Dream. What I think is funny that Dreamer soundtrack is on Gas and Nightmares instead of original soundtrack. I think there was something that someone forgot about it or something. Next one is Pale Court. I know Pale Court doesn't play anywhere, but I have to include it somewhere. And here it seems more fair. And I will put Pale Court above Enter Hallownest. Pale Court is genuine, fantastic, immaculate, talented. Like, I will just base the GIF with Gaga. It's basically all of... yeah. It's a bit of a bummer that it doesn't play anywhere in the game. Like second half could worked in Path of Pain. Next one, Shade Theme. It's been a while since I heard it in the game. I don't remember the last time I played on classic mode. Shade Theme and Hollow Knight are basically the same sheet, and I think I will put it below Hollow Knight, because piano reason, you know. Royal Waterways has this deep instrumental ambience, which I got to appreciate more than Dream. It really suits there. Next one is Ambience from Deep Nest, which brings back a bit of memories from getting lost in deepness for the first time, falling randomly in fungal ways to it. Where to put it though? Do I like it better than fungal ways? I don't know. Better than trim? I don't know. Better than waterways? I don't know. I will put it above royal waterways and call it a day. I think it just feels right. Distant village from the icon. I can go to conclusion that it's the cheeky little tune that plays when Knight gets captured. And I think it's not that interesting. It plays only once in a playthrough. Next one is Infected Crossroads. And I don't like this ambience. The biggest downside of Crossroads getting infected is losing a pretty cool soundtrack and getting this weak ambience instead. Colosseum Fools. I think Colosseum is just boring. There is nothing special happening in it. I mean, it's mainly ambience and screaming of random bugs, but yeah. The Hive. It feels really big and deep. It kind of feels really dense like honey, and it somewhat fits to the Hive. I mean, somewhat. It really fits to the Hive, but I just don't really like it. I don't really like going to the Hive. Usually I avoid going there more than once. Hollow Knight with Zode's vocals is amazingly not music. And I think that's... oh wait, Got Home. I think Got Home is top C tier. My main issue with it is I heard it quite a lot, because most endgame content is in Got Home, and I got to hear it quite a lot. Next one is Enter Pharloom, and I think it's a really good track, and I'm not sure if it's only my head so fucked up, but every time I listen to Enter Pharloom, I hear those sounds from the trailer like here, huh, I'll put those bells and let it going at the end when the track ends and Hornet, huh. My brain gets really fucked up by waiting for Silksong. Where to put it though? I will put it above Soul Sanctum but below City of Tears, and I think I will move City of Tears even above Enter Hallownest. Feels more fair. First actual area soundtrack from Silksong is Grotto, and as a first area, I'm not a huge fan of it honestly. It feels more like Ori. I don't know why, but first time I heard Grotto playing in the game, I was thinking like, wait, is it Ori? I will put Grotto above... I think just below Green Path. Bone Bottom, I love this one so much. You cannot imagine how much. The way I will put Bone Bottom in S tier and Dirtmouth in D is crazy. Those are counterparts. And I will put it above Enter Hallownest. It was one of two sample tracks we got, I think it was in 2019, and it's so crazy gorgeous. I will never stop loving Bone Bottom. It's so good. Next one is The Marrow, and I like how The Marrow conveys the feel which the track is supposed to give off. Like, The Marrow is described as an area which holds the kingdom on it. It's all bones and fire, and you can feel the weight of the kingdom in the music. It's a really cool concept, but as a track I didn't get to return to it a lot, but I think I like it more than Mosgrado. Next one is Repose, track that plays for rest, and I will just put it below Reflection. I don't feel like putting it anywhere higher. I think Repose is fine. Deep Docks. Deep Docks feels heavy, feels somewhat royal, I think. It feels definitely deep. But do I like it more than Morrow? I think I will put it even above Green Path. I actually quite like Deep Docks as an area, much more than the Morrow. Overall, navigating through the Morrow is so annoying. Maybe it's a me issue, but I truly despise getting through the Morrow. It's so easy to get lost in it. I got to navigate through most areas pretty effortlessly without a map, except this one. I pretty often choose the wrong path and get lost somewhere. I had this issue in my first playthrough when I was going around in circles in the Morrow, and overall I think the Morrow has a really terrible map to get through. It has really... my problem with the Morrow is that it looks very samey in terms of architecture, so there isn't a lot of key points to remember. There's like a bench, Flea Caravan, and the top where you meet Chakra and go to Moss Home. Next one is Farfields, and I think Farfields is... it's fine. And I will put it here. My problem with most area, I'm not sure with most now, we'll see later, area soundtracks in Silksong is that they're gorgeously composed, they fit really well, but they're not really memorable. Cause like, there's a lot of tracks that you can say are masterfully well made, cause they really are. But the problem is that, at least I have the problem, I usually don't remember most of them. The next one is Greymore. Greymore is really long and really gloomy. Greymore is overall an area that I thought I would like more, cause like, it's raining, but I don't like it quite as much. Soundtrack doesn't have the beauty of City of Tears. When I listen to City of Tears, I hear the rain and the beauty in it, and I love it. Greymore doesn't have it. Greymore as a soundtrack feels more gloomy, it's more sad, it doesn't have the beauty. It really fits to the area, I have to admit it, but it wasn't what I wanted with this area. And I will put Greymore below the Morrow. Now finally we get Bellhart, and I love Bellhart. It's one of Silksong's soundtracks. I got to return quite a lot, so I will put Bellhart, I think above Bone Bottom. Now finally we're talking, we got Shellwood. Shellwood is an area track which I actually quite really damn like, and I will put it even in A+, above Kingdom's Edge. I really like Shellwood as an area. Oh, it's really greeny, but it's not as green as Green Path. It's a bit more grey, and I like it. It's cool. It's really beautiful, and I like pogoing of those flowers. Hunter's Trail is the next one. It's another area track which I like a lot, and I will put Hunter's Trail above Resting Grounds. It's quite short, but Hunter's March might be a pretty aggressive area, but soundtrack is so beautiful, and the soundtrack feels dangerous. It feels like someone might be ready to send you back to the bench. Now we get Sinner's Road, and I was never a fan of it. I will put it below Dirtmouth. It's the first Silksong track which I put so low. Bilewater. Aria is bullshit, but soundtrack is beautiful. Well, balance of the universe, I guess. And I will put Bilewater, I think, above Shellwood. Now we got the Mist, and the Mist is so cool. I mean, the Mist is organ driven, and it plays right before Phantom. It's the last Aria track you can hear before Phantom, so yeah. I will put it in S tier, but at the bottom of it, it's really cut short, so there isn't a lot to go from. The Slap is the next one, and I get to appreciate Slap more, and I think I will put the Slab above Graymore. Mount Fae feels really similar to Forgotten Crossroads as a track. It's soft, it's refreshing, and I will put Mount Fae right below Deep Dogs. It really fits to the area, but I haven't returned to the track quite more. Blasted Steps feels really heavy, like it feels like a last area you can encounter before facing Last Judge. And I will put Blasted Steps, I think, below Got Home, mainly because of how cut short it is. Oh my god, Underworks was really annoying to go through in my first playthrough, even though I was one of those very few people who got to the Citadel through Exhaust Organ in their first playthroughs. And I will put Underworks right below Blast Steps. Feels fair. Coral Chambers is a soundtrack which I had mixed feelings about at the start, but I really get to appreciate it even more, and now I don't know where to put it. I think I put it below Resting Grounds. Feels fair. Song Clay from those soundtracks for settlements in Silksong is probably my least favorite one, so I will put it here. I think it feels fair. Cogwork soundtracks are so cool in general. I like the sound of, like, the ticking sound in it. It works so well, and the soundtrack is beautiful on its own. And I will put Cogwork Core in a S tier above Sanctum, and the Pharloom still clears it. Whispering Vaults, it feels holy, especially with vocalization that it has. Either way, I got to like it quite much, so I think I will put Whispering Vaults above Crossroads here. High Halls. I personally like Ascendant theme much more than original High Halls, but because cylinders aren't included here, so Ascendant theme and High Halls are as one. And I think I will put it above Sealed Vessel. Feels fair. I'm not sure whether to include Awakening, because it plays in the cradle, so I think I might just include it as well. It's just boring, and it's just boring. I mean, it serves its purpose. It's a small build up to Grandmother Silk, so that's something. Reprieve, final rest track, and I got to appreciate Reprieve more and more. I mean, I don't know how where to put Reprieve. My problem with all three rest tracks is that they're all three are kind of equal, and how am I supposed to choose Repose or Reprieve? As of today, and today is April 20, I feel I like Reprieve more, I think. Sense of Crack as an area was something I used to hate a lot, but I got to quite love it actually, and I really like the soundtrack from it, that place. And I will put Sands of Korak right above Kingdom's Edge. I think it feels fair. Next one is Lost Verdania, and it's not my favorite. I don't know, there's something about it. I will put Lost Verdania above the slab. It took me like 3 minutes to decide where to put it. It's a problem when so many soundtracks are quite equal. I cannot go through the ranking effortlessly, like going through my old sketchbook finding something, whatever. It's so difficult sometimes to put something higher or lower. Next one is Litopia, and I'm not a fan of this one, and I will put it even below Steps. Next one is Red Memory, and it's, from what I know, a remix of Hollow Knight. It sounds quite different from Hollow Knight, but probably because of how slow it is, but it feels quite special, and I will put it between Hollow Knight and Shade theme. I don't know, somewhat about putting Red Memory between those two feels right. What exactly? I don't know. Last Dive. It's a shame that only a portion of it plays in the game, because overall it's a really good soundtrack. And I will put it even in S tier, below the Mist, I think, or above, but below Enter Pharloom. Sister of the Void, music from credits. I think it's pretty cool that, well, currently True Ending, nobody knows what DLC will change about it. Like, Dream No More was originally considered a true ending of Hollow Knight, but later came Godmaster with Embrace the Void, so Sister of the Void is currently the true ending, but nobody knows if it's gonna remain the true ending. Sister of the Void as a soundtrack is fine. I will put it above the slab, feels right. And the last one is Silksong, soundtrack that plays in the main menu in Silksong. And I love this soft string composition. And I will put Silksong above Red Memory. And that would be all from Aria soundtracks, and some other stuff like Last Day doesn't play for an Aria specifically, but I had to include it somewhere and it feels right. What are your faves from Hollow Knight and Silksong Aria soundtracks? Let me know in the comments. See ya!